Switch to Martin. Melquito.
That's it long range. He's got it! Dispersed in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego. Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season.
I'm ready. Nah, I'm ready. Oh yeah. Can y'all hear me?
This time Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in! One more time!
Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
Welcome back to North Park. We are at Bluefoot following a 3-1 win for San Diego. He's Darren Smith, I'm Jordan Caruth, and we're celebrating in the streets here in North Park. You can hear the sounds in the background. Points, a couple goals, a couple cars cruising by, and a very fun atmosphere. That was a very important 3 points for San Diego tonight. We weren't sure where they would actually play. We're really glad they did. They got all three and they looked really good.
I mean, Matchday live early on as the Hells Angels celebrate this victory tonight and all 3 points. Matchday Live pre-show, we weren't sure up until 25 minutes in whether they were even going to play tonight in Sacramento, but they did, and that was a tremendous result for San Diego Loyal, picking up all 3 points, winning Sacramento 1 goal, San Diego Loyal 3. Augie Williams, man.
Woo, what a night to have
What
Augie.
a night to have him. An incredible night to have Augie Williams and pick the kick. Not that we're thinking so selfishly here, but
Yes,
what an
we are.
incredible addition that's been for SD Loyal now with the brace in the first half. Really, we should have done the post-match show pretty much at halftime because there wasn't too much to write home about in the second half of this match, Jordan. But the first half was all you needed to know. 3 goals scored. We hadn't seen that very often for San Diego Loyal. Saw it tonight away at Sacramento. Tremendous result on their way back here. Now sitting in second place, tied for second place with Orange County. We'll give you a complete scoreboard update coming up a little later on.
Yeah, no car wash to talk about, but we will tell you about free fish tacos. Tacos for the Win promotion brought to you by Rubio's Coastal Grill. San Diego Loyal get a win tonight. That means you get a free taco tomorrow. Enter coupon code SDLoyal online, rubios.com, or the Rubio's app. That is tomorrow, August 29th. Get a free taco from Rubio's.
Can we talk a little bit about Soapy Joe's here for a quick second? Because Austin Guerrero was tremendous tonight. But the referee in tonight's match, Gerald Flores, called a penalty on Miguel Ibarra in the first half that was the difference between a clean sheet and a 3-1 victory. Now, I realize that this sounds incredibly snobby, a little bit arrogant, maybe greedy, but still, like, that cost San Diego Soapy Joe's car washes. So, I don't know, terrible call. Absolutely terrible call in the first half of that match, Jordan, at least from where I sat. So, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we all should be talking about Rubio's Tacos, and we should be talking about free car washes from Soapy Joe's. That's just my 2 cents.
I like it. I like it. I like the 3 points that San Diego got. We're expecting to chat with a few players tonight. At least one player, maybe multiple, maybe a coach. We'll find out. So stay tuned for that. But hoping to chat down Augie Williams, who scored a few goals tonight. Very, very good stuff. And in fact, Darren, I think he's ready to chat with you here very, very soon. Augie joining Matchday Live. A brace tonight. That's really good for our new addition to San Diego.
Absolutely tremendous, and hopefully we can connect now to Sacramento and say hello to Augie Williams, who debuted last week. It was the 4th match of the 4-game homestand for San Diego Loyal, but we go up to Sacramento. It's been a weird day with everything happening with the air quality, with some of the fires that are going on in Sacramento. Loyal was able to face off against Sacramento tonight. And can we go to Sacramento? Can we say hello to Augustine Williams? I see him there. I can't hear him just yet, Antonio. Augustine, welcome to Matchday Live. Thank you so much, and congratulations if you can hear us. What was it like being part of your first 3 points for San Diego Loyal?
They have a mute.
Okay. All right, hold on. We'll figure this out. at some point, Jordan. We'll figure this out.
There's a reason why both you and I selected Augie Williams in our
Yes.
pick to kick. We knew this wouldn't take very long for him to really make his impact felt with San Diego, and that happened here tonight. So 2 goals for Augie Williams, and it helps the team, it helps the pick-to-kick standings, and he's a great new addition.
Yeah, I mean, and you talk about new additions, and that's the same thing too, right? Ali Larraz gets the scoring underway early. Most people, we weren't even finished with Matchday Live, the pre-show. We weren't even able to break down our set and then go into Bluefoot here in North Park before Larraz had scored his first goal for San Diego Loyal. Deflected shot, went in the goal at any rate, gave Loyal a 1-goal-to-none lead. And then Augie Williams in the 23rd minute, then again in the 29th minute. So we talked about this. Hey, if the combination, if the players, if the roster wasn't going to click, then this is a club that's not going to be afraid to bring others back in. And Augie Williams, Larraz tonight, like that's the story of the match, is being able to go on the road into a hostile environment, take on a tough Sacramento team, which was unbeaten in their previous 7, and then new additions right there immediately making an impact.
We saw Augie. We hope to be chatting with Augie very, very soon. Until that moment comes, I will tell you an update on the table. San Diego with the win tonight, getting 3 more points, separate themselves from Sacramento. Sacramento still with 22. San Diego up to 30, so that's an 8-point gap now between these 2 teams that we saw tonight. San Diego technically climbs in the table. They're tied with Orange County for second, technically third on the tiebreaker, but second overall with points.
Actually, I think we have the tiebreaker currently against Orange County. It's weird the way the USL
it's
does
head-to-head.
this. Yeah, head-to-head. I mean, it is head-to-head points before it is goal differential. That was sort of the disappointment in losing to Orange County the most previous time out. But that said, second on the table. It just shows you how impactful these Pacific Division matches are when you have these 6-point swings. We came in talking about a 4-5 matchup. Now we're talking about Loyal sitting there in second and talking about Sacramento being in 6th. So, that was impactful here tonight. As we will again try to go to Sacramento, we will again try to say hello to Augustine Williams. Augustine, can you hear me? This is Darren Smith in San Diego. Thank you for joining us if you can.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, maybe we should take a timeout, Antonio. We'll try to reset this when we come back. Okay.
Sounds good. We'll take a timeout. The final score, 3-1. San Diego getting all 3 points tonight, and they find themselves climbing up to 30 points on the table. We are from Bluefoot in North Park. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will chat with Augie Williams, who netted 2 tonight for San Diego. That's all coming up next.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USC Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
Welcome back to Bluefoot. We are in North Park. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Carruth. This is Matchday Live. We're following a 3-1 win for San Diego. They went on the road tonight, Darren, in Sacramento. We weren't sure if they were going to play. I'm sure that played a factor for the coaching staff and the players beforehand. They got the green light, they played, and they played very well.
They did indeed. They pick up their 3rd win of the year outside of Torero Stadium. 3 wins, a couple of draws, 5 losses, but this was a big one here tonight, Jordan, especially given the uncertainty whether they were or weren't going to play. All afternoon we were talking about air quality indexes. We were talking about what was going on in Northern California. Sad reality, the wildfires going on up there, that the air quality might have prevented this match even from happening. We were doing Match Day Live here from Bluefoot. We weren't even sure that they were going to get the match underway. They did, and thankfully for Loyal they did, as you said. And what a performance too, especially when you consider who it was who were the key contributors. Ali Larraz, Augustine Williams with a brace tonight, 23rd, 29th minute for Augie. He was our man of the match here tonight. Sorry we couldn't connect with Augie as he was out there on the field up in Sacramento at Health Heart Park Stadium, just outside of Sacramento. Now I can hear Landon Donovan in my headset. I don't know if Landon can hear me or not, but as soon as
I can hear you, Darren.
Well, hi Landon Donovan, how are you doing?
Is that a mustache?
That is a mustache. Do you like it?
No, I do not.
Okay, that's fine. I've always appreciated your honesty. Do you like the hat, the new SD Loyal hat that I'm wearing right now?
Yeah, that's a cool hat.
Okay, yeah, very cool hat. Thank you. You're being very kind. Landon, congrats. What was this day like? Just the uncertainty of not knowing whether you guys would actually play.
Practiced last year with COVID, so we had a few instances where we didn't know if we were going to play or if we were. What we always decide is to be transparent with our guys and talk to them about what's going on. This is real life stuff, and ultimately when we got here, the conditions were good enough to play and didn't seem like it was going to put our players at risk. So that was ultimately the decider. It was a medical decision, nothing to do with anything else, and we wanted to just listen to the facts and go from there.
And when was that decision made? We were doing the Match Day Live show, the pregame show, and we were sitting here at 7:45, 7:50 p.m. We didn't even know. We didn't know what to tell the people who were watching. When do you find out that it's officially greenlit and you guys are clear to go ahead and play tonight?
Yeah, so the process is when it's over the AQI, which I've learned more about today than I ever want to know. When the AQI was over a certain number, we have to collaborate with the team and the league, Sacramento and the league, about whether this makes sense to play. And when we got here, our players went out for warm-up. We decided that if the numbers kept dropping, which they were, and the players felt okay to do it, didn't have any effects, then we decided that it would make sense to play the game. And in the end, it was the right decision, but there was a lot that went into it.
Also a very needed 3 points for you guys as well. Given everything that went on here, we talked a little bit during the week on Radio Landon about being disappointed in the way the home stretch went, picking up 3 out of 12 points. But man, what a performance for you guys tonight, especially the key contributors from new guys opening up their accounts here with Loyal.
Yeah, it was great. The start was great. Big principle of our is counter pressing, and in that early goal, that was huge. And then Augie was fantastic. He did what we brought him here to do, which is to scare teams. And we've proven that when we scare teams and we can score the goals, that we're really hard to beat. So that came together tonight.
Landon, are you okay with us being a little greedy here? We felt like maybe that was a pretty dodgy penalty call on Miguel Ibarra and that Austin Guerrero probably deserved a little bit better. I know you guys are certainly happy with the 3 points. You'll take it. You'll come back home. We'll see you next Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. against Los Dos. But are we okay to be just a little bit greedy here and wonder about that referee's call on the penalty kick?
It's hard for me when I'm on the field. When I used to be on the field, I could have a much better opinion, but I've learned quickly not to make a judgment until I watch it back. So I can't tell. I mean, it didn't seem all that convincing, but if I watch it back and it was, then it was. And you know, those decisions sometimes go your way, sometimes they don't.
Well, Landon, we're just, we're speaking on behalf of people who want car washes, like clean sheets equals car washes. So mostly what we're thinking about here isn't, to just scrutinize referees randomly. We're just thinking about the people in San Diego with all the dirty automobiles.
Well, I appreciate the selfishness, and I understand.
All right, well, Landon, congratulations. Huge 3 points away at Sacramento for the first time ever for San Diego Loyal. I love that we still are doing things for the very first time. 3 goals from key contributors, new guys added to the roster. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'll send you a razor, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate that. Landon Donovan, Jordan, as you didn't get a chance to hear that, he is wearing me out on the mustache.
On the mustache?
Yes. First thing he asked was, is that a mustache? And then he proceeded to just harp in on that pretty much across the board. It's not full mustache. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of this. I will confess, I did shave during the week. A couple gray hairs popping up that I was not happy with.
So we got rid of him. So he gave you a hard time for that?
He did.
Well, that's okay.
That's fine. You know what? He's a victorious manager. He can do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to poke fun at the mustache on the person who's co-hosting Matchday Live, I think he's earned that tonight with the 3 points.
No doubt about that. What did he say when you asked him when the match was decided to actually be played? What went into that?
Yeah, he said they were warming up. They had to go with the Matchday officials. They had to figure out what was happening. They had to talk to different players like, hey, how are your lungs processing this air, which, the quality, not great. And he also said something that you and I said during Matchday Live. He's become more of an expert in one day on air quality indexes than he ever thought he would be. You and I did the same thing. We showed up here today. I had like the whole chart of like 0 to 500, what air quality index is all about, where Sacramento was, where San Diego was. Like, I learned more about that today than I think I ever had in my previous 47 years on this planet. So I'm glad to know that Landon Donovan did the same thing. But a happy manager, clearly, especially given what he said about Augie Williams. He goes, we brought Augustine Williams in here to scare opponents. And that's pretty much what Augustine Williams did.
Yeah. And he's going to have a match to scare the team he used to play for coming up next. That's San Diego's next matchup. It's going to be at home, Torero Stadium. They'll take on Los Dos Sunday, September 5th, 3 p.m. kickoff. It is the third match of the season between the two Pacific Division clubs. They will kick off at 3 p.m. from Torero Stadium. But he goes up against his former team in that one. And if he can deliver what he delivered tonight in Sacramento, San Diego clearly would sign up for that once again. This is a player, I talked about it on the broadcast when he was first debuted. This is a player, an addition you make with the playoffs in mind, right? This is a postseason addition. This isn't someone just to come in and help you finish the year. This is someone to help you finish the year strong and then propel you through the postseason. That's what they want from Augie Williams, and I think we saw a little bit of a glimpse of what he can deliver tonight. So a very good thing of signs to come for San Diego. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We are at Bluefoot in North Park. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Caruth. This is Matchday Live, and we're back after this.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
the perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, Matchday Live. San Diego climbing up the Pacific standings after a win tonight, 3-1 on the road in Sacramento. We weren't sure if the match would be played. It was, and we're very happy that it was because San Diego looked very good. It did not take them very long to go out and score. First couple of minutes, San Diego on the board. We saw Augie Williams net a brace, opens his account, as Darren says. We saw a third go in as well. A car wash was ripped away from us, but we'll try to get one coming up soon. And that's what happened in Sacramento. It was an important 3 points against a team. If Sacramento got a win tonight, Darren, they really would have gained some ground on San Diego in the Pacific.
Yeah, now it's an 8-point gap, right? So there's a little bit of breathing room here, as much breathing room as you can have, or you're going to have this 11-match sprint down the stretch, where 10 of those 11 are going to be against Pacific Division competition. The only match outside of the Pacific Division is New Mexico United coming up, and that's going to be in October. So all of these are going to be 6-point swings, which is why when you're on the winning end of one of these 6-point swings, man, it feels so much different than when you're on the losing end. Again, just to underscore that point, Loyal now is at 30 points, Sacramento's at 22. So the difference between 2nd and 6th in the Pacific Division. Had Sacramento picked up 3 points tonight, well, guess what? They're within 2 points, so they climb up even closer into playoff contention, which is all they do and all they've ever done in the history of that club is go to the postseason. But they're within 2 points, which means combination of a win and a loss, and all of a sudden you're outside looking in. So nobody's going to relax. I know Loyal's not going to relax. I know Landon's not going to. I know the players aren't going to. But that being said, at least you get the opportunity to fly home tonight happy, and you got an opportunity to take a deep breath here for the week before you face Los Dos coming up next Sunday.
Yep, single game tickets are available for the rest of the season. Every home match ticket starting at $25. Darren mentioned the next one coming up against Los Dos. You can visit sdloyal.com/tickets for more.
By the way, 3 p.m. next Sunday too. That's a nice little afternoon affair. So, we'll be under the sunshine, like it's not going to be one of these late night 7:30 kickoffs. Like, that's a nice change of pace for us at Torero Stadium. Labor Day weekend and an impactful match, because now you look up and, again, just illustrating how impactful these 6-point swings are. Guess what? Los Dos, LA Galaxy 2, they're sitting there in 5th since they won last night and the combination of Sacramento losing. So, that'll be another one that you feel like, okay, whether it's Oakland, Sacramento, 2 more times this year, Los Dos, every single one of them just has major swing to it, major 6-point swing to it from here and through the end of October.
I believe that Sacramento match was a somewhat of an early game as well. We haven't had many of them. You're right about that at Torero. I think Sacramento kicked off around 4 o'clock, if I remember correctly. Club Tijuana, that was a friendly, but that also kicked off a little bit earlier.
Right.
Usually we're used to the sun setting during that at Torero. Sun will be out for that one coming up against Los Angeles, and San Diego will look to continue. This is the stretch that they have against teams in the division that are currently sitting below them on the table. So if they can go on a winning streak now, it's going to go a long, long way in solidifying their chance for a postseason spot. I don't know if we're going to have time or a chance to chat it up with Augie Williams, but if he appears at any moment, we will definitely chat with him.
Yeah.
But clearly plenty of celebrations going on up in Sacramento.
The update from Sacramento, Augie Williams, Jordan, is in the shower. So I'm going to say we probably will have missed our opportunity to speak with Augie.
So he won't be joining us right now.
I would say maybe next Sunday would be a great opportunity to meet Augustine Williams.
Okay.
And while we're at it, how about Douglas Martinez Jr. also? Just a couple quickies here. Just, stream of consciousness. Tell me what you think. Phoenix 3, New Mexico United 2.
Comeback for them. Phoenix found themselves down in that one. Scored late in Chandler. It's something they tend to do. They seem to be on their way to winning the division.
Oakland 3, Tacoma 1. Oakland doing something that Loyal has been unable to do in 3 tries.
I think a lot of people, I don't know why I would say that. It was easy to forget about Oakland early on in the season. It was only a couple matches ago where I said, I don't know anything about Oakland. They've only played a couple of matches. I think I have an idea that maybe they're not the best team. But we just haven't seen a lot of them yet. And now that we are seeing more and more out of Oakland, we're learning that this is a team that can win games in the Pacific, steal points away, and go on a run. And now all of a sudden they've put themselves in a spot where if they continue this run, they could find themselves in a playoff spot. So I don't think anyone really has a great understanding of what Oakland is. I doubt Oakland has a great understanding of what Roots really are so far this year. So we're learning a lot, and I think we learned a little bit more about them this weekend.
Yeah, you figured, hey, expansion club had issues with their turf up in Oakland.
Yeah.
What's happening here? Boy, this poor club, which has got such amazing branding, were they going to be able to pull it together? Man, they pulled it together in a big kind of way. That's 6 unbeaten for Oakland. And then I'll have a lot on Charleston hosting Orange County Soccer Club. That was a 0-0 draw. I haven't seen Charleston play all that much. We've seen Orange County play. We saw them most recently just last week. That sounds one of those, maybe you're playing for a draw the whole way when you're traveling to Charleston to go ahead and do that sort of stuff, which is something we talked about as well. I don't know if we talked about this on or off the show, but would you just sign up for a draw to go into Sacramento unbeaten in 7 straight? Would you sign up for a draw? Jordan, to his credit, said absolutely not. Jordan won on all 3 points tonight, so kudos to you. I was a little wishy-washy on that. I was on the fence on that one.
We would have been fine with a draw. It would not have been the end of the season or anything like that. But it feels pretty big. It feels big. It feels good. And now they come back to Torero against a team that is also below them in the standings, and if they can beat LA once again, all it does is widen that gap.
Yeah, and can we also say a couple of things? Pre-match, one of the keys to the game for you was no 0-0.
Right?
Well, 3 minutes in,
that ended quickly.
Ali Larraz said no 0-0. We also said be efficient.
Yeah.
4 shots on target for Loyal tonight, 3 goals. That's pretty efficient. I mean, there's not a club that's leading the league in shots on target. But tonight, being able to put 4 on target and score 3 of them, it's a pretty good night.
Very good stuff. All right, we're going to let San Diego celebrate in Sacramento. We'll see them at Torero Stadium next week, coming up. A little earlier match than what we're used to, but it's going to be a lot of fun at Torero Stadium. So that's coming up against Los Dos next weekend. That's going to be Sunday at 3. I believe we got to everything we did, right? No car washes. We were so close to getting a free car wash. The Jeeps are dirty, and we kind of wanted them cleaned up, and we'll wait another week.
I just want updated live table on the pick-to-kick standings.
Yes, I would love to see what the latest is.
Because if you had Augie Williams tonight,
which we did,
you are a happy camper here in San Diego. Also, I saw a couple of assists. We had a Charlie Adams assist. Nobody had Charlie. We had a Corey Herzog assist. I know Los Chavos, you guys had Corey Herzog.
Did they? They get a point.
They get a point as well. So, that's good. That's good scorekeeping here between now and the end of the season. 11 more to go, Jordan.
All right, 11 to go. The next one being at Torero Stadium. We'll see you next weekend. For Darren Smith, for everyone who showed up tonight.
Yes, thank you, Blue
Thank you. We do appreciate that. We'll see you at Torero next week. Good night.